Look at the headlines dominating our screens today. They want you fighting over immigration. They want you arguing about target countries, numbers, and overseas workers. But it is an absolute smoke screen. While politicians spark a culture war over who is coming into the country, a record number of our own young people are being forced out. This is a calculated distraction. They are using non-fiction talking points to hide a fiction-like reality, and it is keeping you from seeing the real breakdown of our society. For decades, the standard political playbook has been simple. When the local economy fails, blame immigration or point fingers at the wealthy. We are told that focusing on foreign workers will magically fix our internal system. But let us have a look at how we actually got here. The government recently initiated massive public sector job cuts, slicing 9,000 roles. Local businesses are freezing hiring due to zero business confidence. At the exact same time, global shifts are happening. A US-Iran peace memorandum is pulling down global oil prices, teasing petrol below $3. But cheap fuel is completely useless if you do not have an income. Instead of fixing our core infrastructure, politicians chose an easier target. They shift the narrative to our borders. They create debates around target countries for labor recruitment. It is designed to keep your eyes off the failing local society net. So let us expose the real numbers they do not want you to looking at. The National Business Review just dropped the 2026 Rich List. The total wealth of our top 150 families skyrocketed. It went from $102 billion to $129 billion. We went from 18 billionaires to 26 in just 12 months. Many people instantly point finger and blame the rich. But rich people are not the problem here. Look at global hubs like Dubai. Dubai has a massive amounts of wealthy families and billionaires. Expats make up over 85% of Dubai's population. Yes, they manage it smartly because their system links visas strictly to economic demand and business sponsorships. The wealth at the top of Dubai drives massive infrastructure and local jobs. They do not argue about where people come from. They focus on building their economy. Meanwhile, our politicians use target metrics to create a false narrative. It makes you think issue is external rather than a failure of internal New Zealand improvements. This creates a toxic and highly dangerous division. Human rights advocates and trade unions are calling this out as a pure magic trick. They argue that focusing on overseas workers create unfair profiling and a public anger. It turns communities against each other. Here is the genius way we could actually fix this. Instead of arguing over numbers, New Zealand needs a mandatory local first training link. If a company wants to bring a worker from a target country, they must fund a local apprentice program right here. Tie the immigration system directly to upskilling our own 17% employed youth. The immigration system directly to upskilling our own 17% unemployed youth. Official data confirms youth unemployment in New Zealand has spiked to 17.3%. That is a 30-year disaster. Over 400,000 Kiwis are currently classified as under-utilised. Young Kiwis in constructions and trades cannot find a first job. So, what are they doing? They are packing their bags. Australia is actively poaching our frustrated jobless youth with the higher wages. Even the media landscape is shifting to manage this narrative. Former political strategist Putin is taking over as the editor of the Post. The political class is tightening its grip on the news to keep the focus on the fiction of a border control. We are at a critical turning point. If we keep chasing the distraction of immigration numbers, nothing changes here at home. Our infrastructure will keep crumbling. Our young people will keep living for Brisbane and Sydney. We must demand a target on New Zealand improvements, not on target countries. We must make the economy work for the people who are already standing on this soil. Stop letting them show you a fake debate to hide a bleeding economy. So I have to ask you straight. Do you think politicians are using the immigration debate to distract us from our worst youth unemployment crisis in 30 years? Tell me your reality in the comments section below.